or just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
Big Los.
Hello again.
And welcome to another episode of The Noize. If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow us on the big three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Noize Podcast. And of course, follow everything Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. Let's go ahead and get all these things out here. Go to thenoizemerch.threadless.com. Get yourself some official Noize merchandise. I guess I can say this on the show at the same time telling Kev, I found the design for the Ear Hustlers United shirt.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm going to be uploading that one soon. So
long time coming. We've been searching for that.
Exactly. New shirt on the way. So y'all can go ahead and grab that as well. Make sure y'all download the Beat Network app on Amazon Prime Video. Mm-hmm. If you have a Fire Stick, it's very easy to find. Just go to that cool little magnifying glass, type in Beat Network with the exclamation mark. Please say the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
If you can say it. I don't think you can say exclamation mark.
It might be a bitch to spell out, but.
Yeah. So you don't have to spell out. Just when you type in beat, just think like beat with some like beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think of it with some very forcefulness. And download that app and go ahead and 5-star that bitch and go ahead and 5-star the podcast wherever it is you're listening to, or you're listening to it on YouTube. Hit the like, go ahead, subscribe. Just do everything that it takes to make us get to where we trying to be at.
Yes.
Merch, Amazon.
No, I think that's it.
That's it?
I think that's it.
Okay. Kev, my guy.
What's going on?
How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
You know, another day, another heavily taxed dollar. Extremely taxed dollar.
Extremely taxed dollar.
Very highly taxed dollar.
You know,
I know everyone can relate to that.
You know, as I got older, when you're a kid, you hear somebody went to jail for whatever reason, you're like, oh, they're a bad person, whatever. As I got older and when I started hearing somebody went to jail for whatever reason, I started to think, you know what? They just got caught. Like, he's in jail for tax evasion. Well, have you seen taxes rates lately? Like,
he was trying to evade these issues.
Right,
like,
right.
That's the whole point of it. But then once you actually get in that motherfucker and you realize, I shouldn't be in this bitch. All I did was have some unpaid tickets.
Yeah.
Not letting that shit go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt when I was in there. Like, I shouldn't be here, man.
I should not be around these motherfuckers. Especially when you're in that bitch and you see niggas in there on the wildest of wild shit. Just, sure hands just going through withdrawal. Like, damn, nigga, how long you been here?
Yeah.
It's only been an hour. They just going through the motions, man. But shit, you be in there the whole time just, I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta get up
Who
out
can
of
I
here.
call? The sad part is all of our numbers are stored in our phone. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to remember numbers. You don't remember numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And they give you a very short amount of time to get as many numbers as you can about that phone.
They give you time to get numbers off the phone?
Yeah, like right, like at least while you're in Holden.
Nope.
Wow, you didn't.
Nope. Funny story. You know who I had, whose number I had memorized to call?
Who?
For sure, because it's been the same forever.
Who?
My baby moms.
Oof, and I know that was rough.
You should have seen me at the phone. Like, I know I got them and I can get out of here like immediately, but I gotta call this lady to do it. Yeah.
As soon as you get on the phone, you just hit it with that deep.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Mind you, at the time, me and her had been broken up for like 5 years, 6 years. So yeah.
Yeah. And then, even outside the fact that you've known her for as long as you've known her, at the end of the day, that's still your baby mom. So if it's anybody's number you need to know by heart, it's definitely got to be the person that is going to more likely be with your kids.
You know, you just sound like you try to cape for her. No, fuck that.
No, I'm not caping for her. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general,
yeah.
When you get to that place and it's like, man, I got to find a number. I got to, I got to find something to deal with this. And then you eventually just get to that spot like, I have to call her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's what it was. I was like, shit. I got to call her. All right. Fuck it. Damn.
Let me just go ahead and just knock this out now while I got my pride about me.
Hopefully she in a good mood.
Is it rare?
I don't know. Because I don't know. Yeah.
That's about as, honestly speaking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get that.
I just say I don't keep up with it enough to care to know.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Just stay out of jail. Stay out of jail.
Yeah, the moral of the story.
Get your memorization.
Yeah. One of the two.
One of the two gonna have to happen real soon.
Man.
We were talking before we hopped on the mic, pause. And
That's two.
That's technically not two. Oh, so let's get to that first. Y'all let us know in the comments. We was about to record, and I was like, okay, hold on, let me rearrange my sitting because we do a podcast, and the podcast is a conversation. Hold on. I gotta preface before I get to the book, before I get to the summary. Now, I was like, we do a podcast, and the podcast is conversation. Mm-hmm. And to have a respectable conversation, you face somebody eye to eye, and you have a conversation. So I said, hold on, let me move so I can see you.
No, that's not what you said.
What did I say?
He said, let me face you. Let me turn around so I can face you.
Hold on, first
that's
of all,
what she said.
First of all, take the smoothness out your voice. I definitely said it like that. I said, hold on, let me make sure I can face you.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
I don't think that's pause worthy.
I don't know, because the debate was, is that pause worthy?
Y'all let us know in the comments.
I don't know. Yeah,
you say it is.
You
say it is pause worthy. Fuck y'all, but go buy a shirt.
And if y'all do, that means he's had 2 pause worthy moments in the last 10 minutes. Just throwing it out there.
And you can throw it right the fuck back. God damn it. Anyway, we were talking about before we got on air. We were talking about the ultimate hustle that is hospitality in the city. Right. And that's all I'm going to say about it because, I want to make sure I keep my job. But we also talked about another hustle that I'm not necessarily too mad at.
Are we calling it a hustle?
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So y'all saw that Gorilla Glue girl.
Let's stop calling it Tessica Brown.
Tessica Brown. Tessica Brown.
Yeah.
I saw that Gorilla Glue girl. So we saw that Tessica Brown came up on like 15 bands from GoFundMe. Just for her to eventually get the glue out of her hair.
Which, congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations on that. Don't do that shit again.
Right.
And for anybody else out there listening and watching, and apparently we have to fucking say this because a nigga went and glued his fucking nose with a Dixie cup. You ain't see that video?
No, I didn't see it. I heard, it's funny. When I was in the car earlier today, I was flipping through channels, and I think the disc jockey was he was finishing up saying that, so I didn't really catch it. But before then, I seen that a guy had to be rushed to the ER for his lips. He glued his lips together.
Yes, same dude. He said, I'm proving that all that shit was cap, and you can get Gorilla Glue off real easy. I don't think you can cap for Gorilla Glue. Nah. When niggas say they want to get some shit done and glued forever, they get Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Next step after that is fucking welding. So I don't know what else you want to do.
To be honest, I don't know if there's been times I've used Gorilla Glue for stuff and I get a little bit on my fingers.
And be stressed.
This shit kind of burns too. I immediately wipe it off. Like this shit kind of,
stressed.
Yeah.
Bro, before Gorilla Glue was a thing, it was the hot glue gun. If you really want some shit to really maintain, you get the hot glue gun. This make the hot glue gun seem like a fucking Post-it note. So you shouldn't play around with that kind of shit. We say all that to say, dude, Gorilla glued one of the little red Solo cups.
Oh,
and he Gorilla glued it to his face, and he said, "I'm about to prove to y'all that all that shit is cap." And I didn't see the original video. I think he may have deleted it, but somebody took that video, and it's the funniest shit ever. They took the video of him Gorilla gluing his mouth into the fucking cup. And then they just fade into the picture of him at the ER, at the ER, and his post on Instagram saying, "Yo, I fucked up. Don't do it. This shit is real."
Wow.
We know the shit is real.
Yeah, we do. But also, we the same people that had to lock up fucking Tide Pods.
Bro, we're the same people that were literally. When we say we the same people, we're saying our generation.
Yeah, not us. Actually, the Tide Pod thing, no, we not taking responsibility for that one.
That was Gen Z. That was
younger guys.
Yeah. But we the dumb motherfuckers that kept seeing people have whole ass heart attacks doing the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah.
And was like, no, that's cap. How many videos are we going to see and think all that shit's cap?
Everybody ain't lying.
Everybody ain't lying.
Yeah.
At some point, we're not just doing this shit for the funsies. You know what I mean? It might be hard to swallow a fucking spoonful of goddamn cinnamon.
Yeah, that might be, a little bit extreme.
It might be a little bit extreme, but I mean, y'all in these damn challenges. But anyway,
Yeah.
even though I do not mind the silhouette challenge, nor did I mind the busted challenge. Just putting that out there.
I ain't mind the busted challenge at all. At all.
Like I said, man, I know my neighbors were tired of here. I think my butt can. This nigga really like Nelly. He never let the song play through. Anyway, y'all getting us off topic. So going back to Tessica Brown. So she raised about 15 bands on GoFundMe.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. But you were saying that she's getting some backlash from it.
Yeah, I was seeing that some people were mad. Like first of all, I didn't delete my account, but I deleted the app as far as Twitter. So I've been on Instagram only for like the last month and a half. But sometimes you'll get Twitter updates or whatever. And I seen that people were mad at her for kind of coming up off this situation. She got merch, the GoFundMe, like a little bit mad at her for kind of coming off this situation. And I think that's kind of foul, to be honest.
Absolutely. Before I even get to that, well, you know what? We'll circle back to that because we have a little tiny social media conversation. But I'm right there with you. It's crazy that people are actually giving her shit for capitalizing off the thing that y'all are giving her.
Exactly.
So it was cool for us to talk mad shit about her, call her dumbass, call her retarded, like literally destroy her. But then as soon as she posted that GoFundMe,
made her a household name.
Made her a household name. A SNL skit.
Yeah.
So it was cool to do all that, but as soon as she said, all right, well, you know, help me out then. And you know what I'm saying, she posted the GoFundMe to get the bread. Now all of a sudden, now you're going too far. Did you go too far?
Not only that, y'all donated to this. So what did y'all expect?
I know. I don't think niggas that was talking shit donated to it.
No, not all of it, but she reached her goal. We'll say that.
I can tell you right now, I don't think it was a single black donator.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Because I mean,
maybe
if we're gonna keep it a buck, we'll donate to GoFundMes, but it's more so first of all, if you don't personally know the person, we're probably not gonna donate to that GoFundMe unless it's something super serious, like, oh, this person needs a brain transplant, or this person has cancer, stuff like that.
Maybe.
Other than that, bro, you see that shit on Facebook all the time. All the shit people talk about, y'all keep posting these GoFundMe. I need to get, saying get it out the mud and yada, yada, yada. Like, motherfuckers is actively denying GoFundMes.
That's true.
So I think, either one, had to be celebrities. If it was a bunch of black people, it had to be celebrities. And two, it had to be those, you poor little black girl, white people.
Poor little black girl, good to hell.
You know what I'm saying? Like it had to be the only ones, because 9 times out of 10, they're the ones that contribute to that stupid shit. Because what was it? Remember there was a GoFundMe like 2 years ago, and the nigga was raising money to go fight Donald Trump.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I think he ended up making about 5 bands.
People donated.
And they forced him to get that money back. It's like, bro, this ain't no real fucking campaign. You know what I mean?
Right.
We weren't in there donating.
Yeah.
That wasn't us. It was just, the people that had the bread to do so did so.
I'm gonna go fight Donald Trump. That is
and remember the picture was dude like in a fighting stance.
That is hilarious.
He's a whole meme now. But yeah. Getting back to Tessica. So I don't necessarily see the problem.
No.
She saw a reason to come up, and she came up, and then she donated. Was it all the money?
I don't know. 20K. I don't know how much she got total.
Because I remember last time I saw her, she was at 15, so she went well over that.
She's donating 20K to some research fund.
Right.
And I think, honestly, I'm not saying she wouldn't have did it off top, but I think a lot of that probably is because she's getting backlash for making some money off of this whole thing.
Right.
So she's like, okay, maybe if I donate, some of this backlash should go away.
Right.
And I'm at the point where I'm like, no, it was... y'all made me a household name by clowning me. Damn y'all backlash. I'm keeping all
joke
this
forever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a joke forever. I'm wrong for just posting a GoFundMe.
Imagine her kids. Or imagine future kids. At least my mom ain't glue her hair together.
Oh yeah, it's raps. It's raps during Zoom school.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, I don't see a problem from it. Like if you see a way to come up off of easily the most embarrassing story of 2021, and we're just getting started. We're just in February.
Yeah.
So, we may see some other things happen, but I don't see what's going to tie Gorilla Glue.
At this point, UFO's got to actually come down and be like, hey, my nigga, we here. we got some of y'all people. They have to physically come down and everybody. It got to be like Independence Day. Minus blowing shit up, but Independence Day.
But I think it got to be wilder than that because I feel like they already been here. They got to come down. They got to have locks. Like they got to come down. They got to have locks. They got to be woke as fuck. They got to have the best tree. Like nigga, you don't get higher than out of space, bro.
Right.
There ain't no higher than out of space.
They got to come down and all look like Huey off of Boondocks.
Got to.
They got to. All of them.
They all gotta look like Huey.
Yeah.
But shit, even go a step further, they low key gotta look like what's the, oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember his name. The green dude from Sesame Street in the trash can.
Oscar.
They all gotta look like Oscar the Grouch, but like the matted up dreadlocks. You know what I'm
I get what you're saying. Like he slept on them.
To where it's like you didn't get those twisted. Life did that.
Time did
that. They, you know, boom, they gotta look like Cousin It.
Damn.
Cousin It with locks.
Cousin It with locks.
Because that's the only thing that could top. I use Gorilla Glue in my hair.
Yeah.
That you see like, damn, this whole time we've been imagining aliens looking like ants. And here they are.
Cousin It with dread.
With locks. With beads. Who did your highlights? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that kind of shit out there?
Right. I wonder what space highlights like.
I wonder what they use.
Gorilla
Maybe that's why they keep bringing their asses down here.
To get hair product.
And every time they find some shit that don't sit the way they need to, you know, it's their whole, fuck it, we're not leaving empty handed. And they take somebody with them.
They don't take nobody with them. Fuck that. We ain't leaving them hands. Give us that Gorilla Glue. Come on.
Run the Gorilla Glue. Now they all down here looking like dildos. But yeah, man, I don't see a problem with the come up, honestly.
Nah.
Trust me, if anybody else was in that position to do the same thing, they would do the exact same.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all humiliated that girl. Don't get me wrong, the videos were funny.
Oh, absolutely.
They were hilarious.
The whole situation is funny. And I'm tired of motherfuckers acting like the shit wasn't funny.
Right. I seen somebody on another social media thing where when it came out that she was talking about she's gonna sue them, and it was one post was advocating for her, and another post was supposed actual lawyer. And he was like, "Nah, stupid. Don't sue them," which I agree. If she would sue, that'd be dumb. She would lose.
Gorilla Glue's statement back to her, like, yo, we're sorry that she's going through this, and motherfuckers kept pressing Gorilla Glue. They had to jump back again. Again, we are very sorry to hear about this, but you don't put Gorilla Glue
in your
hair.
Like everybody keeps saying, Gorilla Glue is not even in the hair product section. Like,
right.
You had to go look for this.
You had to go to the fucking warehouse section.
Yeah.
You know what's around Gorilla Glue?
Yeah.
Arts and crafts.
Mm-hmm. Wood.
And what I'm saying, wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to actually actively work for that. I'm not saying the shit wasn't funny. The shit was hilarious.
It was.
But people need to miss me with she shouldn't have benefited from it. When we gave Bad Bobby a whole fucking career for Cash Me Outside, how about that?
Exactly.
We gave her an entire fucking career.
Yeah.
What's his name? 50 Tyson.
Yeah.
Y'all laughed at this little autistic boy.
Mm-hmm.
Laughed him all the way into a record deal and YouTube streams. And he's getting paid off of that. Ice JJ Fish.
Yeah. Laughed
him into streams. Listen, if you're cool with laughing at somebody, be cool with them benefiting off of it.
Absolutely.
Point blank, period.
That's really all that should be said.
Because it could go the opposite way. We see how all these kids out here killing themselves over internet bullying and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So why not, instead of somebody, because I'm going to be all the way honest. We don't know what her mental state was.
No.
When you thought Gorilla Glue would be a good supplement for hair glue.
Yeah.
And then you decide to make a video on it, like a PSA, like we didn't already know that shit.
you was informing us.
You know what I'm saying? Like you was putting us up on game. Hey, yo, I don't know if you ever thought about this, but don't do it.
Don't do it.
Like we weren't.
It don't move.
It don't move.
Oh my God. Yo, that
was.
I
try to wash it. Look at this. Look. Bro, that soap was doing everything but washing her hair. But that's what I'm saying.
Comb, it wouldn't do nothing.
Right. But see, I can laugh at this. I can still say that it was incredibly fucking stupid.
Right.
But I can also congratulate, yes, come up off of this.
And not on that, we ain't bashing the girl for doing it. You know what I mean? We not making fun of her, making her belittling her, making her feel dumb. Like, no. This shit was just funny.
This shit was hilarious.
just like somebody slip and fall. You know what I mean? We're not going, you uncoordinated motherfucker.
Right,
you
exactly.
know what I mean? We just laughing. So.
You're going to laugh, but at the end of the day, you're going to ask, are they all right?
Exactly.
So this is us being like, are they all right? Hey, listen, man, you come up, get your bread, however you do it. Because again, she's going to have to live with it the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Now, do something with the fame. That's all I'm going to say.
Absolutely.
Do something with the fame, and it's not like you can't bounce back from it and be known for something else. Because again, Bad Bobby
is a whole
got famous off of trying to be a black girl on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
With incredibly poor diction.
Mm-hmm. That
and
Baltimore diction.
Now it's to the point where just the phrase "cash me outside" is the meme. Not her. People look at her as a fucking credible fucking artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she's still the cash me outside girl.
Cash me outside girl. That's what I call her.
So all I'm saying is, man, don't be mad with somebody, you know what I'm saying, turn humiliation into a hustle.
Absolutely.
Don't be mad at it. Did not expect that conversation to go on as long as it did, but you know, either way, we're here now. Might as well jump into the stories. I do want to get one other thing out the way. And we talked about it today, which is Monday. Y'all getting the show on the Tuesday. We made an announcement. Y'all should have been, you know, heads up about it.
Mm-hmm. If you would have followed the Noize IG page.
At the Noize Podcast, y'all know what you gotta do. When we were looking for stories for Monday's beat, and you know, coming across all things I came across, some, you know, the usual stuff.
Right.
But the very first story I saw, because it was late on Sunday, on a Valentine's Day, the LAPD was passing around one little, you know, little fake Valentine's Day cards that they make, where they put like they'll have like Drake on it and say, "I want to be your certified lover," or something like that.
Right.
So the LAPD was passing around one of the fake ones saying, "You take my breath away," and had a picture of George Floyd on it.
No, that's not cool.
It's the conversation that I always have on here. This is a joke to them.
Exactly.
Passing around passing around in the division of LAPD. LAPD is easily the biggest police department in the country. Because you know, California is the largest state, and LA was one of the most, you know, populated cities. Mm-hmm. And to know that, no wait,
Texas is the largest.
I'm not even gonna get into the geographics. Y'all know
Texas is the largest state. You say one of the largest states.
Got you. Okay. Either way, California big too, and LA is one of the most populated cities in the state and in the country. So the LAPD, their law enforcement is fucking huge. Yeah. So now you got this division.
They might have like you said, they might have the biggest law enforcement.
They may have it. Someone's going to correct us in there. So this is getting passed around by all these cops, and it went all day before one cop was like, "Yo, this shit is not cool." Mm-hmm. Why only one cop offended by it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's shit. You probably got a lot of cops who are actually racist, or maybe it got to that one cop. You know, it got to him. He was like, he seen it, was like, nah, this ain't cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe it took time to get to him. I don't know. I don't know, but that's not cool. Like you said, it shows they think it's a joke.
They definitely think it's a joke. And one thing that killed me reading the fucking story is that they were saying, we're trying to get to the bottom of who sent out the email. Y'all are the police. Mm-hmm. You telling me you can't track where this email chain started from? Obviously, they're not going to snitch on each other. But you're telling me you're trying to find out how this email chain started. If it was forwarded, that means the other emails were attached to it.
Exactly.
Go look at the fucking emails that forwarded it. Like,
yeah.
I'm so lost about it. I mean, we didn't got caught up in school doing that shit. Teachers who ain't cops could figure out who forwarded the test.
I'm under the assumption that a lot of government agencies, if not the government themselves, put stuff out there and use certain words in hopes, and a lot of times it may happen that the people that they're talking to don't know what the fuck they mean. Right. You know what I mean? That statement probably had a whole bunch of words in there where somebody's like, well, I'm not going to take the time to actually look these up. Don't know what it means. All they know is they put out a statement. They're looking into it. Right. Oh, but it's a bunch of bullshit. Like you said, what you mean you can't figure out who did this?
Right. One thing I didn't see in the story was how it leaked to the press. Mm-hmm. But at some point, it made it to the press. So that means at some point, a cop leaked it out to the press.
What I hope doesn't happen, what I think, like my gut tells me this is going to happen, is it's going to disappear.
Absolutely. We're never going to hear about the story again.
Yeah. And we're
not going to hear about suspensions. We're not going to hear about pay cuts, none of that shit.
To me, that just shows that since there's no repercussions, those cops think it's okay.
Right. There's no repercussions. It's only damage control.
Exactly.
And that's,
If that.
No. Them talking to the media, them going to TMZ, that was the damage control. Talking about, so, the chief is outraged by it. Again, y'all are the police.
Yeah.
On a forwarded email chain. You can go look at the last email and see who all was on that goddamn chain, who all was on that forwarding chain.
And not only that, I'm pretty sure it probably was on work computers.
Yeah.
So pull that information up.
Right. But like you said, we're not gonna see no follow up from it because the damage control was already done. No. We've expressed our outrage. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna happen from it. We're not gonna see any kind of follow up from it. And it's gonna just continue to be a joke to them.
And not only we're not gonna see any follow up from the actual police department, but even the so-called officials within that county, they aren't gonna say anything. You know what I mean? The district attorney, whoever, I don't know who the proper person is. They should be like, nah, we're not just gonna let this go. You know what I mean? LA is just gonna end up being like 92. That's all.
No, absolutely. I mean, we said it. We say it too many times, from the "I Can Breathe" shirts to George Zimmerman getting Skittles and Arizona teas signed. All this shit's a joke to him. Like, nigga, we kill black people on a daily.
Yeah.
We're not concerned about that. We know what it is.
And if it can make national news, we're celebrity.
Think about how, and this is the LAPD, the most notorious fucking police department in the country, known for just racist shit. Think about how prominent that kind of conversation is inside the LAPD department, or the Los Angeles Police Department.
The email.
No, not even just the email, just the general conversation about black bodies. The general conversation about when somebody knew that, you know what I'm saying, when a new, you know what I'm saying, body is discovered, you know, murdered by police.
Probably why.
Think about how general the conversation, how general the jokes are dealing with us being killed. Like, so much so to the point that this, you know what I'm saying, you take my breath away, Valentine's Day card was shared throughout the division. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and that goes back to your original point. Why only one cop?
Why only one cop? It took one cop, and who knows how many different emails, you know what I'm saying, emails that Valentine's Day card touched.
Yeah. And one of them, nobody had an issue with this before it got out. That's not, nah.
And it had to get brought into the office because, you know, motherfuckers be making that kind of shit all the time. So you can Google it and find it online somewhere. Yeah. So I'm sure somebody found it and was like, ha, I'm showing this at work. They're going to get a hoot out of it. And he got a hoot out of it. Yeah, man. I'm cool. It's clearly a joke to him. So you can miss me with all that. Oh, we're so upset conversation because we know what the truth is. But let's get into some good conversation. Now, I know you haven't seen the movie yet, but I do want to talk to you about Judas and the Black Messiah.
Right.
And I can talk to you about this.
Now, before you do, so I'm clear, because I really don't know, is that the Fred Hampton story, or is Fred Hampton a character in said story?
So it's not his story. It's the story from, I'm going to be all the way honest with you. Lakeith Stanfield is kind of the main character.
Got you. Okay.
Because it's the story from when Fred Hampton's mole, police informant, was brought into the Black Panthers all the way up to Fred Hampton's assassination.
Got you.
Now, there's not necessarily a spoiler warning needed because
it's a true story.
It's a true story. Yeah. You can literally, first of all, if you claim to be pro-black and not know the story of Fred Hampton, you might want to stop screaming that. You might want to learn something real quick. But
if you think this is a spoiler, fast forward a little bit.
Just fast forward a little bit. You skip up about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
we won't spend too much time on it. But brother, that movie was amazing. And you know me, I'm into my docs. You know, I'm into, you know, saying study, especially when it comes down to black culture, especially when it comes down to black revolutionaries. I can easily say this was the closest to on point the story was. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like this was as close to historically accurate as I've seen a lot of biopics have been. But like I was saying, it's not his life story. It's literally from when the informant was planted all the way up until the actual assassination.
Gotcha. Okay.
And one thing that blew my head, because like I said,
did you learn something that you probably already didn't know in it?
One thing I caught from it that I found out was true, because I ended up watching another video later on where they kind of, decipher what's fact and what's fiction in the movie. Right. What was it? The amount of informants. Mm-hmm. So of course, I would think that there was more than one informant. Apparently, the police had 9 informants
inside the
Black Panthers.
Wow,
which blew my head, because I'm like, damn, it was that many niggas ready to turn on their own.
I thought it was just one, to be honest.
He was the major one, but I didn't realize it was as many as informant. But that's why he stands out, because they said Billy O'Neill, I believe his name was. It was like he stands out because he was integral in the assassination. He got the closest. He put him to sleep.
Oh, he put in the informant work type.
He put in real,
gotcha.
To the point where he drew blueprints of the actual Black Panther headquarters. He drew blueprints of his house.
I know this is kind of a little bit off of the movie's part, but did they ever say why he was an informant?
Yes, and again, that's another thing that they got historically correct. So he stole a car, went joyriding. It's depicted differently in the movie itself. Stole a car, went joyriding, and ended up getting picked up by the police.
And it was like, do this or go to jail type thing?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And he bit. But the dude, Billy O'Neill, was like a career criminal, like a career carjacker. So he really wasn't he really wasn't like a brother. He was legit a nigga.
Gotcha.
So he didn't give 2 fucks. So he got in, and he got in deep. It eventually affected him, obviously. Also, again, these aren't really spoilers, because these things happen in real life. If you want to see his actual conversation, watch Eye on the Prize Part 2. It came out in 1990, I want to say. He did that interview where he speaks on being an informant, speaks about everything that he did. And when Eye on the Prize 2 came out, he committed suicide that night.
Shit, because he probably knew it was, yeah.
And his wife was talking about oh no, he didn't feel guilt, because he rode his bike in front of a city bus.
Shit.
And his wife was like, oh no, he didn't feel guilt for it, yada yada. It was just an accident and all this other stuff. But he tried to commit suicide 2 years prior. The guilt had been eating at him.
Yeah. And 2 years prior probably was when they started working on the doc, you know what I mean? Because it takes a minute for a doc, or true doc.
Right.
So it's probably right. Maybe that brung up like old memories and stuff that he suppressed, and it was wraps after that.
Oh, you know what? I did learn something new. from the movie. Again, if y'all want spoilers, skip ahead. I learned that he didn't leave the Black Panthers after they killed Fred Hampton.
Wow, was he caught? Was he like caught or something? He
remained an informant until that chapter of the Black Panthers closed down in 1978.
Wow,
and he made over $200,000.
Wow,
I was like,
yeah, I gotta check this movie out.
I was so shocked, because I'm like, dog, you just killed literally the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
And that ain't enough for you? You want to stick around? Like, you really want to like stick in there and really see, what more can I get? That's why I'm like, he's a clown. I'm like, how can you got all this guilt, but you never left? You remain an informant. And that, to me, that was just, it's so fucking disgusting when you think about it. But everything as far as what Fred Hampton was doing, he was like one of the only, first of all, he was 21 when he died.
Whoa, I did not know that. I don't know why I thought he was a little bit older.
Nah, that's why they called him the Black Messiah.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of his story is very reminiscent of what they say about Jesus.
Right.
But just from a revolutionary standpoint.
Right.
And he united, I think they were called the Young Patriots, which was like a group of the white trash forgotten. He united the Disciples, which was a Puerto Rican gang at the time. I forgot what the black gang was called. they're gonna remind me because everybody has seen the movie. Like, nigga, they're called this also.
Oh, this is all in the movie.
It's all in the movie, but he also did this in real life.
Oh, I gotta check this joint out.
He united all these different gangs who naturally would have a problem with each other, and like even the term Rainbow Coalition came from him.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And he united all these people. He brought everybody together just for freedom.
Like we got the common goal.
Exactly.
Right.
We have a common goal and we have a common enemy, which is the police.
Right.
And like even down to the hatred that J. Edgar Hoover had for him, they depicted it perfectly in the movie.
Wow.
Everything is done spot on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even down to the assassination.
I gotta check this out. Did you was it streaming or you was able to go to a theater? How did that work?
I mean, I ain't going outside.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, no, I streamed on HBO Max. Definitely do that, man. Definitely do that. Let me also tell you something else.
Wait, it's on HBO Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 things. 1, I would be so surprised if Lakeith Stanfield walks away without an Oscar nod. At the very least, an Oscar nod.
Really?
That nigga acted his ass off in this movie.
I mean, he generally does a good job for the roles that he's given.
He generally does a good job for the roles he's given, but majority of his roles are always comedic based. Then he kind of stepped outside of his realm as like the love interest for the Photograph.
Right.
But you know, that's not necessarily a hard role to play. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit, we done seen people who can't act to save their life in a love interest role.
Because at that point, I feel like you can just play yourself in it a lot. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
But with Lakeith, my main introduction to him was Atlanta. Now I know he was doing.
See, mine actually was dope.
He wasn't dope.
The movie dope, but I think that's sadly for black men. I think playing a gangbanger is a little bit easier to play.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely a familiarity situation.
Exactly. So, but that was my first introduction to him. So to go along with you saying he plays a lot of the same.
When you see Lakeith in this, it is a 180 to Lakeith in Atlanta.
Really?
A complete, and he killed this role. It made you hate Lakeith like you.
That's how you know they did good when you don't like the person.
You be sitting there watching like, come on, Lakeith, man. Like, wait, no,
Yeah.
he's not Lakeith. He's Billy O'Neill.
Yeah, that's how you know they did
guy.
good. They did good when you start to hate them.
Secondly, bruh, I don't want to hear no more about British actors playing American people because everything about Daniel Kaluuya killed Fred Hampton Rowe.
I'm sure I've heard that he kills it.
Murdered, bruh. From the voice to how he carried himself, even to his body size. Like, he gained weight for the role.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing that was like off-putting was that Fred Hampton wasn't as dark
Yeah,
as Daniel Kaluuya was.
Yeah.
But other than that, you watch a movie with your eyes closed and you're thinking you're listening to Fred Hampton. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he had so much emotion. So much emotion. Like it's almost like he channeled Fred Hampton for this role.
Mm-hmm. I think when you're a black actor and you're playing like revolutionary roles like that, I think it's hard, it's easier for you to channel it. Similar to when we had Mac on, how he was like, when he did his, he was able to channel, playing, I don't want to say a pastor, but playing that revolutionary.
Oh yeah, when he was playing the Muslim, the Muslim preacher,
he was able to channel. I think when you're a black actor, it's kind of a little bit easier to channel that because somewhere deep down inside, whether you show it or not, that's how you feel.
Absolutely.
So I think it's easier.
And let me also touch on one other thing because Dave put me on game to this one. He was posting Jay Alonso's review. If you haven't watched that one, if you want a spoiler-free review, I guess we'll stop it here. So if you just came back, welcome, goddamn it, welcome. If you want a spoiler-free review of Judas and the Black Messiah, go check out Jay Alonso's review on Beat Network's YouTube channel, beatnetwork.com/YouTube, and go ahead and hit that young subscribe button.
And what did the YouTuber say? Hit that little bell so you're notified.
Oh, yeah. And the notification bell. Go ahead and run the ding. You feel me? Run the ding. But I forgot where the hell I was going. I got so caught up in promo. Anyway, Dave tried to post it to another movie group. Mm-hmm. And they let us post it before. Got like a bunch. Like this movie group has thousands.
This particular movie or like a different movie?
He tried to post a review for this because they let us post episodes of Back to the Classics and other movie reviews that we've
Gotcha.
done.
Okay.
So he tried to post it and they denied it. And they said that it's too politically charged. So he said, so Dave was like, maybe they're not familiar that that's not actually Fred Hampton in the picture. So let me go get the actual poster. Dude denied it again and then personally messaged Dave to let him know that, they don't want to post it because, there's a lot of conversation that ends up happening and it's too politically charged of a movie.
A lot of conversation ends up happening.
Exactly. It was pretty much me arguing between black people and white people. And, Dave was like, we're just posting our review and, politicking.
Right.
And dude was like, I forgot what he said throughout, but then one of the things he was like, trust me, your demo in quotes, that you're targeting is heavily represented in our group. We just don't want to have whatever you got. Some bullshit basically. It's always just bullshit. Right. I say all that to say, one, fuck them. And two, this is probably the only Black Power movie, and this blew my head to be honest with you. This is probably the only Black Power movie that you're gonna get that does not talk ill of white people. Really? At all. The main focus is racism in the police.
Oh, wow, I'm gonna check this out tonight. I ain't got shit else to do. I'm gonna check it out tonight.
And it legit blew my head because I just knew it was, granted you get the white devil, line throw here and there, but it really wasn't one of those movies. There was no blaming of white people because Fred Hampton was like, no, I'm gonna bring together marginalized people. Right. You know what I'm saying? The fact that there's a amazing scene, which was literally a shot by shot remake of what happened in real life of Fred Hampton standing in the middle, the leader of the Young Patriots, the white guy standing to the front left, and the leader of the Disciples, the Puerto Rican cat standing to the front right.
I'm gonna check this out.
And then they go into the sea of people, and it's literally a rainbow coalition.
I'm gonna check this out tonight.
Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
So if you haven't yet, go ahead and watch that Judas and the Black Messiah. Learn just something, and then go find out more about Fred Hampton's story because it is incredible to know what that man was able to do at 21, bruh. Nothing about my life was together at 21.
No, not at 21.
Nothing about my life was together at 21.
I do want to ask is, do you think not necessarily what he was saying or anything, well, not necessarily how he said it, do you think there will ever be a black person to step up and willing to be that leader that we so desperately need anytime soon?
No.
Do you think that, or better yet, do you think that era of people died in the 60s? Because, in the 60s, we had a bunch of different leaders that was willing to step up and be like, no, this is what we're going to do. We don't have that now. So do you think that would ever change at all?
I'll say this. We do have it, but it's not the leaders that change, it's the people that have changed. Because we're not capping for a black messiah anymore. In our head now, we're taking the mindset of power to the people and we're actually moving on it, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because then I'll get to that point. But as far as us all confiding into one person, into that one person that we could just sit with and then, let him spearhead everything and go forward with it, I think those days are dead because we can't even agree on what the fuck we need. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's easier to be a loud force in the room than to, than to back that one person. Like I say all the time, you got the Rizza Islams, you got what's my man's name with the gap in the fro? It's gonna bother me. We've had a bunch of people. I'll just say
that. Light skinned cat?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
We had a bunch of people who, had no problem sticking their necks out for us. But and just like in Judas and the Black Messiah, nobody tears us down better than we do.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to ask you just another question. It's a little bit deeper. Do you think that, obviously, well, in the 60s, we would say our people was a little bit more close-knit than what they are.
Yeah, no choice. You could legally kill us.
Okay. So, with that, do we think that them, and I have to say that in quotes, them having a agenda to divide us, do you think they were successful in it because we are more divided now that we won't have a leader like somebody that can spearhead? You know what I mean?
I really hate to sound like Umar Johnson, but they've been successful since slavery.
Gotcha.
From, taking the, one of the slaves and making him a house nigga, making him the preacher, making him the one to convince these other slaves it's God's will for you to be here. It's God's will for you to go through this. And then when it came down to rebel, that same one ran back and told masters. And I was like, I'm either going to keep getting beat or I'm going to join his congregation so I could be good over here. You know what I'm saying? And the divide naturally just kind of started from there. And it's been, they find different ways to get it done. They found different ways to get it done throughout the years, to the point where even when you get to Judas and the Black Messiah and Fred Hampton's story, what took him down was a black man choosing to save himself while this dude was trying to save all of us. You know what I mean? And, Scholar says it all the time. Self-preservation is like rule number one for human beings.
Right.
So once that actual mentality kick in for somebody who can literally give two shits, because niggas is still out here robbing niggas are still out here shooting niggas, doing the whole nine. If it means me going to jail or him going to jail, he's going to jail. He's going to jail right now. We glorify the, the don't snitch aspect of everything like that. But we even said it on the show. There are a lot of people who would buckle if they were in 6'9" position.
Yeah.
There are absolutely a lot of people that would buckle if they was in 6'9" position. And that's partially due to what they created. That's why racism is seen as systemic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's even, like I said, after watching the movie, it's just like the fucking effortless planning. The strategy that was behind dividing us was so perfectly done.
It's efficient.
It was so efficient.
Yeah.
And it was done perfectly. It's been planned. And even take that, go past slavery. Once we were free, we couldn't get jobs for shit unless we were shucking and jiving. You know what I'm saying? Unless we were kissing up to the people that used to oppress us, the people that used to keep us in chains and shackled down. Shit. So now you really over there kissing ass to that white man. Well, look here, you broke ass nigga. You the one that's not working. Right. And it just continued on, and it just kept getting better and better and better and better and better. Right. It was one of the most genius things done.
Yeah, I agree. I say that all the time. I agree. It was very smart and efficient, and yeah.
And we just got done saying before we got on the show, Ari Spears said it himself. He was like, bravo to white people for pulling the greatest Jedi mind trick in American history.
Yeah.
You have convinced people that black people are barbaric, that black people are criminals and all this other stuff, when your lineage, going back to the fucking Vikings, you know what I'm saying, has been just rape, pillage, you know what I'm saying, take everything from me. But the people you kidnapped are the animals of the world.
Or lazy.
And the mindset is still there that we're the animals of the world. Like, we didn't just see what happened on Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we were told, if you don't like the country, if you don't like your president, leave.
Yeah.
And then we were taught that for every day for 4 years. And the second you didn't like your president, you stormed the Capitol.
Speaking of storming the Capitol, did you, I haven't listened to the full album yet. I guess it's a long list. I haven't listened to the full album yet. Just the Jay-Z and Nip song. Did you hear the song?
Oh, I heard the Jay-Z and Nip song. I haven't heard the album yet.
Yeah. Jay-Z has a line about them storming the Capitol, and I was like, it's very fitting.
Extremely fitting.
It's very fitting.
Absolutely. And it's yeah, man, like I encourage everyone to do their research, and that's me talking to myself as well, because obviously there's a lot more that I could know. You know what I'm saying? But everyone should really do their research, and none of this is new. And unfortunately, it's not going to go away. So yeah, man, it ain't nothing new. Like, it ain't nothing changed but the dates. That's all.
That's real.
Yeah, go see the movie. Definitely go watch it. It's not gonna it's gonna get you mad, but it's not gonna get you as mad as American Skin would. It's kind of
really. I gotta watch that too.
Oh, man, come on, you lacking, brother.
I was gonna do that within the next 48 hours I was going to watch both of them.
Yeah, it's it'll get you mad at your own a little more, and because everything dealing with the cops is
American Skin or
American Skin got you more mad at the cops.
Gotcha.
This one is more like
Mad at your own.
we knew
Gotcha.
what they were doing, but come on, man, we got to do better.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But it also tells just a phenomenal story, and
Gotcha.
bravo to all those that were involved in making that movie. I'm gonna be really sad when they snatched it off of HBO Max. I think it was March 31st. Supposed to be coming off.
Nah, I'm gonna watch it. So
Anyway, get to it. Y'all need to get up on it. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You had some thoughts.
my only thoughts was because I think this list is so stacked. Like, how many people can get in off of this list?
Yeah,
Like that's my main thing. I had the list. I don't know where it went.
I got to pull it up here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, let me see here. So this year's nominees include Todd Rundgren. We'll go with Rundgren.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Rundgren. That's probably it. The Foo Fighters, Devo, LL Cool J, again, Rage Against the Machine, the New York Dolls, Fela Kuti, Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush, Carole King, Iron Maiden, Shaka Khan, Dionne Warwick, Jay-Z, Tina Turner, and the Go-Go's.
I think it's like 5, maybe 6 people on that list that I wouldn't vote in, not because they aren't good, because I simply don't know of them.
He's like, I don't know who they are.
But everybody else, I'm voting in. So it's like, how many people can get in?
Yeah, that's the gotcha. Like, it's this is a stacked nomination.
It's really stacked, because every time I'm like, okay, yeah, that person for sure get in. Then I'm like, well, that person should get in too. So it's like, how many can do it?
Like, I remember when you sent me your list, you didn't have Devo check. Like, all the ones I checked, I think should get. I was all like, I don't know. People really like Whitney.
But I even told you, like, I don't have, because they're not good. I don't know.
Right.
They can for sure get in there. It's yeah. This list is very tough.
Absolutely.
They could have spread this out.
They definitely could have spread it out. And, you know, especially when it comes down to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I could be wrong. Y'all can
Have you ever been? It's in Cleveland.
I've seen it once, but I've never like physically been in there.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing like with the NFL Hall of Fame. Like, you know, we were in Canton. I'm like, okay, cool. Seen it. Now continue on to where the fuck we were going.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But to my knowledge, I've never seen 2 hip hop acts going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in one sitting. Thank you. Did you say Google?
Nah, I didn't.
But
They always listening.
always listening. ear to the streets.
They some real hustlers.
Listen, if Google could be an ear hustler, y'all better goddamn subscribe and let us know what's good. But anyway, I'm to my knowledge, I haven't seen 2 go in. I believe Pac and Big went in separate years.
I think they did too.
Because I think his Big went last year, didn't he?
I can't remember.
I think Big went last year.
I don't know, but they did go on separate years.
Run DMC went in by themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I've never seen 2 hip hop acts go. Mm-hmm. They're going to give that to Jay-Z over LL because I think they said this is LL's 6th nomination or something like that.
But see, that's what makes it hard because we agreed Jay-Z for sure deserves it. But if this is LL's 6th nomination, it's like, come on, my nigga. Jay-Z won't be here, I don't think, without LL being here.
But that was the thing. I think they keep putting LL against cats that they know is going to knock him out the water. So I'm pretty sure LL had to be on the ballot with Run
Who the
DMC.
hell he piss off?
Like, if they're saying this is his 6th nomination, if we go by the numbers, that means he was on the ballot with Jay-Z. He was on the ballot with Big. He was on the ballot with Pac. He was on the ballot with Run DMC.
He fucked somebody's wife.
He had to. Somebody's wife got doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it was doing it wild. Yeah.
doing it wild. You feel me? He called it with the lick lip.
Now, do you agree? I think we should. Even though we can say, you know, hip hop or rock is definitely a black genre or started out to be. Why don't they have a hip hop? Why haven't we made
There's a good shout out to Chuck Berry.
Why haven't we made a hip hop Hall of Fame?
That's been asked often.
I feel like we have the with the rappers at least. There's the capital is there. Why isn't, you know what I mean? We have our own history about hip hop. So why isn't that a thing?
I've said the exact same thing. I thought like the same way that they which one was it? The same way that they turned the hotel that Martin Luther King was assassinated at in Memphis, the same way they turned that into the Black History Museum. I think they should have turned the 1520 Sedgwick Ave into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, where hip hop was invented. I think bringing it all the way back around would be super dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a more than enough history. First of all, if we have a trap museum,
yeah,
we could definitely have a hip hop history museum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think using that spot, because I think they actually still use it as a rec center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I say, you know what I mean, a bunch of fucking times, but I think they still use it as a rec center, and I think that would be so dope to turn that into like a legit Hall of Fame place.
Yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be something that'd be great for the culture.
It would be great for the culture, but then 20, 30 years from now, when Lil Uzi Vert's on the ballot and Yachty on the balllet, and Gen Z is 40 and they're voting.
Oh, wait, they be on the hip hop ballot? Then yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna get real obscure.
But it's gonna be in one of the two. It's either gonna be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right. Well, I think one of the reasons that we don't have one is I think there's like, I think it's probably because of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to be honest with you.
And they probably got a post on it like, nah, y'all can't have that.
Yeah, I think it's because it'll never end up, say having the same prestige that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has. The same way when we try to do a Black Oscars. Remember when they tried to do the one recently when we did the boycott?
They didn't do it, yeah. I got what you mean.
You got the Oscars, this beautiful stage, all the gold and the statues and everything, and then the Black Oscars was Tony Rock in front of a projector screen.
Yeah. The way they did that was bad. But I think that all can be changed, though, if we can all get on one accord. I guess it kind of brings it back full circle. If we can get on one accord.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can make it be prestige and all that. You know what I mean?
So let's plant the seed here for whoever the ear hustler that got some money and love hip hop. Buy 1520 Sedgwick Ave. Turn that into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Just buy that whole fucking building. Turn it to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. That would be dope.
That would be really dope.
And now, that'll be a really good look for the Bronx as well.
Absolutely.
Now, will it be the safest look for the Bronx? I don't know. We don't know.
I'm sure they can make it.
But I feel like if people, take the risk to go see Biggie's old neighborhood, just go see the mural, they could turn that into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, shit. Now they make when people go to Biggie's place or Jay-Z place, it's like a tourism spot now.
Bro, you can literally put it in Google Maps, Biggie mural. And the GPS will take you to where his mural is at.
Yeah.
It tells you everything you know. So no, we definitely need to have a Hip Hop Hall of Fame. You're spot on with that because it's too much history.
It's too much.
It's too much history, and it's too many legendary people that will not make the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to be all honest with you.
And that's a good reason why it should be a Hip Hop Hall of Fame, because they may not make that, but they deserve to be. You can't sit here and tell me that Nipsey, even regardless of how you feel about the music, his discography, the impact that he made in the culture space, you can't tell me that he shouldn't be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
No, absolutely. And shit. And if it's not going to be a Hall of Fame, let's at least make a museum.
Right. And that same, he wouldn't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
This is why we need a hip hop.
I think that may actually be the safest bet, is making the museum to keep the Lil Uzi Verts and the Yachty's out 30, 40 years from now.
Yeah.
Like, just having a museum, because people like Big L. Mm-hmm. And, you always wonder, if Big L was alive, what this, that, and third. But there's a lot of people like, who the fuck is Big L?
Right.
So to have a place where you can legit sit down and read about, the impact that Big L had on New York hip hop and see video, have a physical place to go to, to really just be in awe and relish in the history that is hip hop. That'd be dope. And again, 1520 Sedgwick Ave, it's in the Bronx. Go with a gun. Get everything cleared out. Let's get this thing rolling. Shit, let me find some money. I'm gonna go do it my damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it my damn self.
So who do you think should go?
For sure. How many people we picking?
Let's do 3. Because we have no clue how many people are allowed to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we dead or alive or?
Yeah, I think everybody's alive that's on that list. I believe.
Oh, you talking about? Wait, we talking about two different things.
Oh no, we're talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay, got you. Shit.
I'll go first. While you think?
Yeah, you go first.
I fucks with Jay.
Let me find this list.
I fucks with Jay heavy. However, 6 times what he did for the culture, who he is today, I would give it to LL. Only because it's time.
Okay.
Only because it's time. My second pick, absolutely Dionne Warwick. Absolutely. My third pick, as I pull the list back up, Tina Turner. And that's not a shot at Mary J. You know, that's not a shot at anybody on here, but
I respect.
You know
that's
what?
a respectable list.
You know what?
See,
shit.
see, you did what I did. You started looking at it again, and yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't leave out Shaka Khan.
See, it's a stacked list. I don't know. I think you know, I wanted to be politically correct and mix them up because I do. Even though I don't listen to these other genres of music, I do know that they were big for their respectable cultures. But no, fuck that. I'm gonna go Mary J.
Really?
Mary J, Jay-Z, and LL.
Respectable.
And even though I say that in my heart, I'm like, maybe you should have went a different way. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe you should.
Can I get 4?
Yeah. I don't. Man, I want to say everybody on this list needs to go, but yeah.
Now I definitely think. Without a doubt that Dionne Warwick and Shaka Khan should be in there.
What are some white bands, for lack of a better term, do you think will go in there? Where they should go?
Let's see. That should go. Gotta pull the list back up. Who's your pick? So I'm pulling this back up.
Foo Fighters.
Really?
Iron Maiden. And Rage Against the Machine.
I agree with Iron Maiden and Rage Against the Machine. The only reason I'm going this way as far as not having Foo Fighters is because I believe Nirvana is already in there. So I think Dave Grohl could wait one more year. Let's see. Yeah, definitely Rage Against the Machine. Iron Maiden. Low key, I may have to say the Go-Go's.
That was my runner-up.
The Go-Go's.
That was my runner-up.
The Go-Go's has a white cult-like following.
Yeah.
a very cult-like following. So I would say the Go-Go's. But since we were going to go down that path, so we see the ballot for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Who would be, let's say you're on the board for the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Who would be, we're the board.
Okay.
5 people that you throw on a nomination list.
Like that's in the hip hop space?
Yeah, for the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Oh shit. Jay got to go in there.
Okay.
Jay has to go in there.
So for the very first class of Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
The very first class? No, the very first class, no, I got to be like earlier. The very first class.
It doesn't have to be, per se. Because Jay-Z wouldn't make him.
I mean, because they all getting in there. So I would say Jay-Z, Pac, and Big, M, and shit, who be the 5? I think LL.
Okay.
I think that'd be my head. For me, I'm looking at lyricism. I'm looking at the true essence as far as being a poet and being a star. So yeah, that's who I would go with.
I would go Run DMC first hip hop act to crossover. Call me crazy, Actually, no, before we even get to Call Me Crazy, gotta go Pharrell.
Okay.
Because, again, a lot of people don't even know that Pharrell produced Pumps in the Bump. I'm sorry, not Pumps in the Bump, Rum Shaker. Mm-hmm. He's been around for a while. Again, Call Me Crazy. This man contributed a lot. Kanye. Who would my last two be? This whole time I should have been thinking, but I was so interested into yours. Let's see. You already said Jay. You already said Big. You already took the go-tos. Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Gotta go.
I think Drake gotta go in there, right?
Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. You know what?
If you're gonna put Pharrell there.
Since I already got Pharrell there, that'd be my one producer.
Okay.
So instead of Dre, I'm gonna say NWA.
Okay.
NWA is the reason that they invented the parental advisory sticker.
Okay. You're right.
So that's 4. 5. What kind of word is that? 5 or 5th, which was my combination there. That's Run DMC, Pharrell, Kanye, NWA. Ooh. DJ Kool Herc.
Okay. I just, while you were saying the list, I was thinking like a one honorable mention that I think we would both agree that needs to go there. 2 Live Crew.
Yes.
I think 2 Live Crew would have to go in there.
I'd agree. Because they took it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
They took it to a whole new level.
And a level that they won shit to where all these rappers that we named can say what they say in their records.
Exactly. They're what made the freedom of speech thing a whole thing.
You're right.
But yeah, man, I think that'd be my 5. Run DMC for their crossover appeal. I prefer them being the first artist crossover. Pharrell because this nigga is a vampire and he's worked with everybody. Kanye because for the same reason as Pharrell, as well as his discography. DJ Kool Herc because he is the creator,
right?
And NWA because they literally changed how you market music.
Absolutely. That's solid. That's a solid.
A solid 10. Start the Hall of Fame and use our 10 nominees. Y'all vote for who's going to be on there. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Follow us at The Noize Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go to thenoisemerch.threadless.com and get yourself some official Noize merch. Look out for the Ear Hustlers United shirt. Shout out to Deidre. She was the first and only winner of the Ear Hustlers United shirt. So she was exclusive until now. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Beat Network, youtube.com/Beat Network. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Give us our 5 stars on iTunes. Give us our 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Do all the things that's going to make people see what we're doing here because we're trying to make moves. Also, we should have said this at the beginning of the show, but I'm going to say it now either way it goes. Shout out to Nick King for sliding through with that interview.
Yes, thank you.
Some true gems dropped on that. Definitely go back and listen to that episode as well. Easily my favorite episode that we've done so far. Great fucking time with that individual, man. Real gentleman. Yeah. Down to earth cat. So make sure I go listen to that interview as well. Amazon. Go get the Beat Network YouTube app on Amazon Prime Video. Search Beat Network with the exclamation. Remember, beat is what you need to be looking for when you go search that. And you'll have it on your cool little, choices of things on Amazon with your Fire TV stick. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything. Too much to promote. Can't wait till there's more to promote. But anyway, as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate the support. And as always, it's Big Los.
Follow with Kev.
It's The Noize.